Mardi.
So we're in the 75-kilogram middleweight division. And here is the tournament #1 seed, Khadija MARDI from Morocco. One of the 8 Moroccan boxers through to the semi-final stage. She's just seen her compatriot storm her way through to the Olympic Games. How much inspiration will she take from that? Because even though she's locked in her own bubble, she'll be aware of the result that's just taken place. Here's her opponent from Algeria, who have also sent 8 boxers through to the semi-final stage, and that is Ichrak CHAIB. We've got judges from Romania, Germany, Hungary, Tajikistan, and Jordan scoring this one. And these are 2 incredibly talented boxers. Khadija MARDI with a unanimous points decision win over Clotilde Essian of Cameroon at the quarter-final stage. Remember, just 8 boxers contesting the women's 75-kilogram middleweight bracket. So everybody preparing, or the remaining boxers preparing for their second contest. Khadija MARDI, the reigning World Championship bronze medalist. This young woman has already represented her country at the Olympic stage by competing in the Youth Olympic Games. I commentated on that tournament. She came away with a 4th place finish and win away from making a seamless transition from the Youth Olympic Games through to the Senior Olympic Games.
Massive transition, all the same.
So Julio Pesado Valdez of Puerto Rico is the referee. Contrasting statures between these 2 boxers, but CHAIB, the compact figure wearing blue, possesses terrific footwork. So we're underway then. 75-kilogram middleweight action at the semi-final stage of the African Olympic qualification event. Winner through to Tokyo 2020. And the taller figure wearing red, the tournament #1 seed, the 3rd ranked boxer in the world, the reigning World Championship bronze medalist, who has just taken 2 swift right hands after a brisk start made by herself. That is Khadija MARDI, 29 years of age. Her opponent is 10 years her junior. That is Ichrak CHAIB of Algeria. Competitor in the Youth Olympic Games and Youth World Championships. It was a bumper year for her in 2018 because that year she emulated the accomplishment of her opponent as she takes a stiff right hand by coming away with continental gold in the youth ranks. She's the reigning African youth champion. So boxers at different stages of their experience curve here in the ring, but in 2 of them, both of them incredibly talented.
Yeah, you can see that straight away, can't you? Real quality from both girls. I like CHAIB's ability to force the action while trying to get underneath MARDI's long-range punches, which she has been caught with on the way in on occasion. And as you can see, Ronald, MARDI pawing with that left hand, trying to just gauge the range at which she can hit CHAIB with that long right hand. Let's see if CHAIB can take that away from her.
Oh, hitting on the break almost, but the referee not warning MARDI for that. CHAIB bustling her way back in, falling short with a jab because MARDI used good footwork to reverse backwards.
Nice jab from CHAIB. She needs to stay busy with that jab to close the distance. Try doubling the jab and going in behind the right hand. She just can't wait out there too long, Ronald, because this is what will happen all day today. MARDI will hit her with those long 1-2s all day.
Well, the feet of CHAIB have slowed considerably in this second half of the opening round, and she's been run into 1-2 combinations repeatedly, trying to quicken up the feet and dynamism once again. Bustling her way forward now, but she's coming in straight lines, the right hand to the body not too far away. But this is rather surprising. But again, we have to put into context CHAIB, just 19 years of age, in with one of the best boxers in the world. Beautiful right uppercut landed by MARDI.
And she's certainly holding her own. She has to get those hands up a little higher. There you go, an effective double block will work really, really well for CHAIB as she advances. She just can't go in with those hands low, Ronald, and expect not to get popped with those long, straight 1-2s from MARDI, because we know MARDI's capabilities, being one of the best females in the world, and she will let her hands go while CHAIB forces her way in. As you see there again.
And it's MARDI who is setting the tempo here as she lands a cracking right uppercut that swivels the head of CHAIB. clinging on as the bell sounds to end round number 1. A brilliant round of boxing by the world number 3.
Yeah.
Oh, Ichrak CHAIB, talented teenager, but she's in with one of the very best in the world here. And if you go to the olympicchannel.com, you can find an insightful interview feature with Khadija MARDI, where she talks about her inspiration as she looks to book her place at her 2nd successive Olympic Games.
Wow. Fantastic. Quite sure that's brilliant to watch. Love all that insightful stuff. It's just as exciting as the boxing. You learn a little bit more of the struggles that some of these young boxers and athletes go through. It's remarkable stuff.
So 10-9 across the board in favor of Khadija MARDI. Can CHAIB come with an adaptive strategy, a quicker tempo in the 2nd round? So 2nd round action in the 75 kilogram middleweight semi-final. The boxer wearing red is Khadija MARDI, looking to book her place at her 2nd successive Olympic Games. And in credit to CHAIB, she has come out with far more urgency to begin this 2nd round after conceding the first one unanimously.
Yep, and this is what she has to do, Ronald. She has to remember why she's in here today and what is on the line, and she has to really strive and pressurise MARDI. Otherwise, like I said in the 1st round, she's going to be at the end of those long 1-2s.
Well, she did come with a 2-fisted attack there. The first shot fell short, but then she landed with the follow-up hook. She was countered immediately and then picked off by composed, straight punching from MARDI, but she's spoken to about landing with the inside of the glove, which renders it a slap.
Yep, the Algerian corner motion and waving to CHAIB to keep moving her head side to side. Her head's very, very static for such a, you know, a disadvantage.
And again, are we going to see the pattern in this 2nd round that we saw in the 1st? Because CHAIB was a bustling, dynamic figure for the first minute and a half of the round, but then her pace slowed considerably. That's a good right hand landed by CHAIB. The left hook follow-up was off the mark, but again, her tempo and her output appears to have dropped as she's fed a stiff left jab by MARDI.
MARDI getting that left hand working now. Still gauging the distance a little bit. Oh, good right hand. You know, the 1-2 she threw before that, she wasn't even close, but she was measuring the distance to try and land that 2nd shot. Just falls short a little bit with the counter left hook there as CHAIB spins off the line. This is where CHAIB doesn't want to be. She wants to be moving that head and advancing, pressuring MARDI.
And right now, this is turning to be almost an instant replay of the 1st round.
Almost identical, A minute
Quick
to go.
start from CHAIB, but then slowing noticeably in the 2nd. Look at the coaches in the corner. There's a nice left hook, but it's countered immediately by a right hand. And at this type of tempo, you get the impression that MARDI could complete 15 rounds.
Yeah, she really does like to gauge the distance, MARDI. She paws that left hand out, sometimes deliberately misses with a couple of shots, just to know that she can land one when she wants to. Throws a left hook to the body there, right hand tangled up. CHAIB still not moving that head much at all.
Oh, and she's
as you see,
right down the pipe
right
as a
down
result.
the middle, Ronald, as a result of that, and again, she's been totally picked off at long range here.
But again, we have to remind our viewers watching on the Olympic channel that Ichrak CHAIB is just 19 years of age and is in with one of the very best boxers in the world, the Continental Queen, Khadija MARDI. Ichrak CHAIB is also the Queen of Africa, but at the youth level where she took gold in 2018. But she's being shown the gulf that needs to be made up here at the senior level.
Listen, it's not going to do her anything but good. It will not do her anything but good. This will press this girl forward so well. What an experience for her. Competing at that level this young, remarkable stuff. And landing as well. Few and far between, Ronald, but you can see she's not being totally outclassed here.
And nor has she been overawed.
At all.
Well, it's 10-8 for judges A and B as MARDI continuing to assert her dominance through 2 completed rounds. She's in a commanding position as we prepare for the 3rd and final round. Administering a very good performance indeed.
and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision in the red corner from Morocco.
So Khadija MARDI makes it back-to-back appearances at the Olympic Games. She'll be, but here the second.
Thanks to that 1-3-3 world amateur champion, he was fantastic. And I was so confident after that match of
very best in the world, and this will bring her on leaps and bounds.
Yeah, it certainly will, Ronald. I will never forget boxing or dealing with a dangerous bug, one or the other. It is Africa.
So, less than a minute to go here now, and this has been, well, invaluable education that you simply cannot buy.
Of course.
From Ichrak CHAIB by virtue of boxing her way into the final four. In the African qualification event. She has had the privilege of mixing with one of the very best in the world, and this will bring her on leaps and bounds.
Yeah, it certainly will, Ronald. I will never forget boxing the reigning world champion from Russia when I was 17 years old. He was 24, Rymko Maletbekov. He was an Olympic bronze and silver medalist, a two-time world amateur champion. He was fantastic. And I was so confident after that match of competing with anyone for the rest of my life, really, just thanks to that 1-3-3 round bout.
So the third round in the books, and it will be Khadija MARDI who goes through to her second successive Olympic Games after producing a very composed display of measured boxing at the expense of the incredibly talented teenager Ichrak CHAIB of Algeria. Time following on. So there's confirmation then of the comprehensive victory that Khadija MARDI was able to secure over Ichrak CHAIB. She goes through.
It's going to just improve and get better as the years go on.
So there's confirmation then of the comprehensive victory that Khadija MARDI was able to secure over Ichrak CHAIB. She goes through to the Olympic Games. So there's confirmation then of the comprehensive victory that Khadija MARDI was able to secure over Ichrak.
Going to just improve and get
itself very well as a unanimous points decision victor over the African continent. Again, that talented teenager Ichrak CHAIB of Algeria will no doubt see her try to book her Olympic berth at the global qualification event in Paris. But here at Dakar 2020, it is Khadija MARDI who boxed on her own terms. She set the tempo and she controlled things wonderfully. She'll be going through to the Olympic Games in Tokyo later this summer after administering a very good performance indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision in the red corner from
4 years ago.
Brilliant stuff, really, wasn't it, throughout? Showed her class, showed her experience, and two key things in that bout for MARDI: reach and experience. But I'm sure we will see a lot more of Ichrak CHAIB. Brilliant little fighter who's going to just improve and get better as the years go on.
So there's confirmation then of the comprehensive victory that Khadija MARDI was able to secure over Ichrak CHAIB. She goes through to the Olympic Games.